What is up, guys? Today we're gonna be reacting to Star Wars Jedi Survivor interview with Cameron Monaghan. Star Wars. I just want to say I'm starting to love the Jedi trilogy. To me, the two Jedi games. Even though I haven't finished the first one, I've gotten like there are still video. There's still video proof that I have played the game. Some of it on my Nathan Games 200 channel. Because I got a whole playlist in on there. Um, I played about what do you say? Let's see. See, there's a whole playlist of them. Uh, let's go to it. This is my old channel. So there's about 17. Hold on. So no. Back on my old channel, I accidentally put two random videos on the playlist. But as you can see, there are about 15 videos that show me playing Jedi Fallen Order. So anyway, we are gonna be watching the review with Cameron Monaghan. Um, does this have a pause button? No. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and check it out. Um, my opinion, I actually think I wrote a comment down here. Ah, here it is. These two games is a great example of hope that the creators will always give. Hold on, let me fix that. Cause they want audience. So basically, I say these two games is a great example of hope that the creators will always give the fans. Hold on. All right, these two games is a great is trying to are a all right. Here we go. These two games are a great example of hope that the creators will always give the fans what they want and know their audience instead of listening to the left winged with all their fucked up agendas. Keep up the good work. Hope to see a great conclusion to these two games with the third one. Because apparently there is room for. Because apparently there is going to be a third one. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get into this interview. I heard Cameron Monaghan. He makes an appearance, and his appearance is like funny on it. So I wanted to check this out. By the way, by the way, I did uh delete two videos. I'm not gonna say which ones. I went ahead and deleted them because hey, it's my channel. I'll do whatever I want. If I feel like it's necessary to delete a video, then I'll go ahead and delete it, and I'll tell y'all about it. I'm not gonna say which videos. I just felt like I didn't want those on my channel no more. All right. I definitely deleted the going crazy over Jenna Ortega being recasted. I mean, Rachel Zegler being recasted and replaced by Jenna Ortega as Snow White, because apparently I got a comment saying that was fake news. So, and I checked it out myself. It was fake news, so I decided to go ahead and deleted that. Uh, I deleted. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. I deleted the gift from my uncle because something's going on, and I'm not gonna get into it. But anyway, let's go ahead, start the reaction. Here we go.
One of the biggest games of 2019 was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Axe, my guy.
It's been a long 4 years since we've checked in with our good friend Cal Kestis and BD1, but all of that's about to change later this month when we finally get our hands on the brand new sequel, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Here to talk about the game is its director, Stig Almason. Been trying to get you through those blast doors for 4 years, man. Where you been?
Working on a game.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Fallen Order was a favorite game of mine, I think for a lot of other people, I think we could say.
Hey, bro, I know what you mean. I just bought my 2 copies the other day. I bought Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. They're right over there with the rest of my games.
I have fawned over it one-on-one with you a million times.
I'm also gonna say I'm going to do like I did on the Nathan Games 200 channel, and once I do start playing Jedi Fallen Order, I'm gonna put it inside of a playlist. That way, y'all can go back, look at the videos in order, and I'll be doing the same thing for Survivor. So,
when you are building off of a game that is already so polished and so well loved, where do you go? What do you do?
It's a good question. For us, it was recognizing that we had something that was really good and not messing with it. We didn't want to tear down.
like Disney has done multiple times with let's see, the new trilogy. Because I mean, well, as much as they were enjoyable, there were a lot of flaws. Uh, to me, there is no such thing as a bad Star Wars movie, but I'm gonna explain it all in another video. But that's coming out May 4th. I'm working on a video for my tier list of Star Wars movies, ranked. So that'll be coming out May 4th of this year.
All the hard work that we put into the first game that fans recognized. They loved playing the game. So we just looked at our 4 pillars and we refined them.
Yeah.
We added more seasoning across the board. The game's bigger and better. And there's another pillar that we added too, is customization. And that became a focus for us.
Yeah. So let's talk about story, because I have spoken to a lot of Star Wars fans, and it has been amazing to me to hear how many people say the crew of the Mantis is their favorite crew. Cal Kestis is their favorite Jedi.
My
How did
favorite
it feel
Jedi.
to sort of like bring that into the world and know that these characters are a huge part of Star Wars for people? And where did you want to take the story knowing that
Are you talking about for Fallen Order or Survivor?
for Survivor?
Well, we looked at, I mean, we were really happy with the way the story turned out for Fallen Order. And let me say, I mean, it came hot in the end. I mean, we barely got the thing done. You know, for Survivor, it wasn't about like changing anything. It was about continuing the story. We already introduced them in the first game, like the main characters, Cal, Beatty, Seer, Marin, Grease. Grease! We didn't have to spend time introducing them for this game, so we were able to, you know, really focus on like kind of getting inside their heads.
Yeah.
And you know, this game is it's gonna be darker, and it's gonna be more emotional than the first one.
Love it. So let's talk about combat. You know, you're talking about these 4 pillars. How is the combat system evolving? I had a lot of fun just getting my force power, swinging my saber around in the first one.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. You speaking facts. When you have that controller in your hand and you're playing as the character, you are like dead set locked. I am like dead set locked. I feel like I'm in the game. I feel like I'm a freaking Jedi. That's how I feel. I know exactly what my guy is talking about right now. I know exactly what he's talking about.
How did you improve on that for this
You just
one?
played it recently too.
I did. I got
Survivor.
to go to one of the preview
my God.
events. They had some people out, some press out, and you let me play the game for a few hours, and whoo, it's good.
That's the reaction we like.
It's good. You
Hey,
can do a lot with those.
hey, it's about time we came out with some good Star Wars content. Because, I mean, it's been lacking. I'm not going to lie. It's been lacking. God, ever since George Lucas sold it off to Disney, we've been lacking some good Star Wars content. I'm going to tell you that. I still haven't seen The Mandalorian or Ahsoka, though. So I'm going to try to see if those are at least decent. I've heard good things about The Mandalorian. Haven't heard much about Ahsoka, though. Y'all type in the comments if Ahsoka is good. Because I'm still checking it out either way, but I just want to know if it is like good as like The Mandalorian was. Because I've heard a lot of good things about The Mandalorian. Haven't heard much about Ahsoka.
Sabers now. You can do a lot.
Yeah, it's again with combat. It wasn't changing. It was just honing and refining. And I guess the big new feature that we have this time around is we're going from, you know, 2 fully realized stances to 5, and because of that, you know, we've got more. We also have more force powers. I mean, the skill tree is exponentially bigger, and you know, the players, you're all going to get a chance to kind of, you know, build out Cal and how he becomes like full Jedi mastery the way that you want.
Yeah.
And that was a major goal for us.
It feels so good. There's the new saber stance, the dual wield. I love I call it animal style. I like to go in animal style and dual wield with Cal, and it is so satisfying to just come in with both arms swinging, flying around. It feels good.
Yeah, I heard somebody recently made a comment that it feels like Cal's basically a human propeller.
Yes.
In this game, which I thought was pretty accurate. But yeah, the dual wield, you know, we had a version of that in the first game. It came in late. Again, another thing that came in hot. We weren't able to get it across the finish line as a completed stance. So that was one of the first things that we had on this game before we started working on the last 2.
Yeah, it's amazing. And then, of course, there are new planets that we're exploring, and these environments are beautiful. And not only are they beautiful, but all of the nooks and crannies and the little side tunnels and hidden things, it just feels so much more dense than the first game. Like there's so much more to do.
Yeah. So just to like talk about planets, we did the preview event recently, and Kobo was a big reveal.
Yeah.
And it's a massive planet.
Yeah.
It's like nothing that we've ever done before. But to be honest with you, we learned a lot making the first game, and we took those learnings into how we approach making these larger places on the second game. And the first game, it would be more kind of like Cal approaches the environments with verticality, but they could be very somewhat narrow paths.
Yeah.
This game we have wide verticality.
Yeah, it felt huge.
Yeah,
and the amount of different ways I could get around now.
Just limited by your abilities.
Yeah.
So it's like we're taking our Metroidvania approach a step further, and just to talk about another planet, we're going to have Coruscant as well too. I think there's been a lot of speculation on that, and just confirming it here.
Wow. Cal's going to Coruscant. Wow. That's good. And another thing that I loved about the new planets is about Kobo.
Hey, this is all good and all, but when we gonna get Mustafar? That's what I've been waiting on. I want to go. Y'all type in the comments below. Did they already put Mustafar, or do they have yet to put Mustafar as a planet you can go to inside the games? Because I really want to see that, mother. I really want to walk around on that, because that means that y'all know which movie I'm talking about. Y'all know which one. You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you.
In particular is it feels very lived in. There is a village that you can visit and interact with. There are characters now that when you're talking to them, they're like, hey, Cal, can you help me out with something? And you build relationships with these characters in a way that's much deeper than it was in the first game. And I loved all the people in Kobo.
Yeah, it's interesting. On the first game, we were kind of like Cal. We were just learning our way. We were new, team formed together. We had to get to know each other. We had to understand what game we were making. And on this game, it's a good reflection of Cal as well too, because we're more confident, we're more deliberate about our actions, and we were able to take on much greater challenges with how we approached some of these locations, and like you mentioned, the fidelity is really high.
Yeah.
Our environmental storytelling game has gone up, and we're also taking advantage of the new hardware. We're getting the full ray tracing treatment, which gives us beautiful lighting with
there's
depth and fidelity.
There was a jungle area that I went through in the demo that you had for me, and it's gorgeous. Yeah. It's absolutely gorgeous.
And just having the more power with the CPUs, GPUs, faster SSDs, it's really allowed us to kind of operate at a more precise level.
Yeah.
And do bigger things.
It's interesting because Survivor really, Fallen Order really kind of was coming in at that time where it could almost straddle the next gen, and this feels very, very next gen. And I love that.
Yeah, I appreciate that you're recognizing that.
Not just in the ooh-ah shiny way, but it really feels like you're saying you're taking advantage of all that new stuff to make the world bigger, to make things more seamless, to make it feel just that much better.
Yeah, it was that was all the talk when we were finishing up the first game, and day one we made the decision, Gen 5.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're talking around it, but we need to dive into this now. How's Cal? What's going on with Cal when we start this game?
I don't want to spoil anything, but
sure.
If you want, you could just ask him yourself.
Hold on, bro. Hey, camera out. Come on. Let's do it. Come on.
I'm sorry. Is he... Ladies and gentlemen of Star Wars Celebration 2023, Cal Kestis himself, Cameron Monaghan.
Woo! 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 Yeah. There he is. Look, guys, I know it's a little bit late to be reacting to something like this. I don't care. Shut the hell up. I'm going to do what I want. Like I said, it's my channel. I'll do what I want.
We have an issue here.
I'm sorry, what is the issue?
Well, see, Anthony, Stig, you're talking about.
I know what the issue is. He's wearing the issue.
The story, gameplay, characters,
Just say it.
but you haven't mentioned the poncho.
Know it. Know it. The reason I know that is because I saw clips of this, of him talking about where the hell is the poncho at on TikTok.
You're going off the script here, Cam.
I wasn't supposed to come out here today, but we have to get to the bottom of this.
We do. This is my boy Poncho. Where is my boy's poncho at?
Can you confirm here today, will there be a poncho in the game?
I told you we weren't going to talk about this today.
See, it's in my contract. I would only agree to be in the second game if there was a poncho. You think it was because of your story that people played the first game? No.
Wow.
Poncho.
Here's the thing, a lot of people don't know this, but when you ask Cameron, like, what elements of him and his personality and who he is went into Cal Kestis, he said it's mostly ponchos.
It's mostly poncho. It's 99% poncho.
You see this guy walking around town, ponchos all the way down.
I mean, I'm not going to leave the stage until we find out whether or not there's a poncho.
Well,
You're not going to get an answer.
Blink once if there's a poncho.
What was that?
Blink once if there's a poncho.
you don't, okay. Let's get this back on track. Let's get this back on track. Here's a real question.
Yes.
It's not poncho related.
Okay.
So be
It's gonna be
prepared.
hard.
It's
Okay.
okay. Be prepared for this.
Okay.
How has Cal evolved since we last saw him? What's going on with him?
Well, first thing I noticed is he's not wearing a poncho.
Cameron!
Right. Now, it takes place 5 years later.
Okay.
It's a bad time for Cal. It's a bad time for the galaxy. The Empire is more in control than ever. He's been on the run. He's broken up and disbanded from the Mantis crew. Nowhere safe. And
Did you make Grease mad? You better not have made Grease mad. I'll be so mad at you.
I mean, how do you know that Grease wasn't the issue?
Because I
you
know
seen him?
Grease.
He's never worn a poncho once in his life.
Oh my God, Cameron!
Never trust a man who doesn't wear a poncho.
So the crew's
I
been
need to
split
get
up.
my poncho and
It's been split
Cameron.
up, and we've watched Cal kind of evolve and change over these last few years, and so he's grown more distrustful. He's more wary, and it's kind of it's reflected in the way that he interacts with the world around him. And over the course of the game, he's given this spark of hope, and that hope kind of drives forward the story. And I don't want to say where it goes from there, but it's pretty incredible.
Nice. And you obviously have an amazing team of developers, an amazing cast.
Yeah, I think a lot of the team members are here right
Yeah,
now.
a lot of y'all are here.
Shout out to Jedi.
Shout out to Respawn. So many amazing developers, such an amazing cast. The game, obviously fan response was wonderful. How did it feel for the two of you to be jumping back into this galaxy and coming together again to tell more stories?
We knew we wanted to do this before we finished the first game, so it was, we had been talking about it, so it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, while we were finishing the first game, we were starting to have conversations about where we wanted to see the story go and what we wanted to do with these characters. We have an amazing cast and crew. People like Deborah Wilson, who plays Seer, incredible. Tina Ivlev, who plays Marin.
We got some Night Sisters right there.
Danny Roback as Grease. And we also have incredible people on the production side as well. A lot of our story team are really incredible, and our performance director, Tom Keegan, came back as well. And a lot of it was, we felt that there was a recipe that really, really worked, and I think everybody wants to capture lightning in a bottle twice and do so much more with it than we did with the first one. I think that we were all hoping that we would have the opportunity to be able to tell more story, and we feel honored to be able to talk more about ponchos,
Yeah.
poncho gameplay.
Yeah.
Bro, this guy won't shut up about the poncho. It's poncho. Hey, I gotta give it to him. Ponchos are actually pretty stylish, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, the thing is, too, I think it needs to be said, I think you understand the character of Cal better than anybody.
And he better come back for the third game. I want Kyle Kestis as the main lead for the third game, like he's been in in the first and second game, Fallen Order and Survivor. He better come back in the third game. This is his trilogy. Cameron Monaghan deserves this role. He owned this role. He owns this trilogy. He deserves this trilogy.
And I mean, you've taken it to a new level on this game, and you've really gotten it into his head because you basically are inside of his head. So it's been fantastic working with you.
I mean, thank you. But once again, I think that the Poncho in the first game did the heavy lifting.
You gotta.
I don't know. It's hard to say no. Being very persuasive, all the people here, but I'm going to say I don't know.
Listen.
It's a betrayal, Stig. I'm hurt.
It's treason then. No Ponchos in the game. It's treason then.
I want you two to be able to talk through this in private
I
without
am
people.
the
Can we just like put up some B-roll? Do you have anything that we can show while you two work this out?
Well, we did bring the final trailer, but
Let's see it.
I don't know. I don't think anybody wants to see it. Do you guys want to see it?
I haven't seen much. The reason I'm saying I want to see it is because I haven't seen a trailer at all, to be honest. I had just seen clips of it on TikTok, and that's about it. All I've really seen is about clips, and right when the first announcement came out about Jedi Survivor, I saw it on TikTok. That's all that I've seen. I haven't really seen a trailer or anything, so I'm going to be pretty shocked if they show it.
Let's do it.
There isn't a Poncho in it, but there's some really cool stuff. Okay. Should we roll it?
Yes.
Roll it.
Let's check it out.
You were only a child when they sent you off to war. Now look at you. The weight of a galaxy on your shoulders.
Didn't I tell you to be more careful about who you scan? Come on.
I cannot tell you who you must become,
Oh, I can't wait to
or where the line is drawn.
Oh shit! You mean we get to do stuff like that?
Easy choices.
All right, let's go.
These are dark times. We have few allies.
Good to see you, Cal.
The odds are against us,
Rainbow.
and they will always be against us.
There again.
Now or never.
Seems our destinies are intertwined.
Hell is that? This gotta be the new big bad.
But I can tell you this.
No way. You mean we get to fight those things in the game from which one was it? Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. Okay, I'm glad I got my copy. I am glad I got my copy.
If there is any hope of surviving, we must stand against the darkness.
Oh, I'm glad I got my copy, bro. Got them both right here, bro. Got my copies. I support them both. Got my copies right here, bro. Got them right here, man. Keeping them right here. Jedi Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. Let's go.
I have to admit, even without the poncho, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I did notice one or two places where a poncho could go, but you're right, I think it's good. And also, I saw a lot of people clapping when that Rancor come up. You think you want to fight that Rancor, you don't. I spent 30 minutes trying to fight that Rancor, Stig. It was not easy.
It's tough.
It was
Rancor's
not easy.
got to be tough.
So this looks
That's the gamer's
absolutely
life.
amazing. One thing that stuck out to me immediately was this very, very large boy that you are fighting, this big bad. He's very, very impressive. Who is this?
So his name is Ravis, and he's Gendai. And he's the leader of a gang called the Bedlam Raiders.
Okay.
That are like, they're kind of the kind of bad gang in on Planet Kobo.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he looks very intense. Very intense.
He's literally a wrecking ball.
I love it.
Hey, that's a part of the gamer's life. We get challenges every day in different games we play. That's just the life of a gamer. Am I right?
I also saw some moments where it looks like Cal is calling in a friend or partnering up with somebody to pull some things off.
Yeah, that's what we termed as characters and gameplay or SIGs, and kind of building off of how we dipped our toes into the water with BD on the first game, having a buddy AI. What we learned from that, we decided to have more opportunities for Cal to negotiate the worlds, whether it's through combat or through environmental puzzles, with a friend, and the story's being told the whole time.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, it looks like, and everybody that you partner with obviously has their own strengths. Talking about those characters, we saw some very intense moments. What was it like for you working with these characters again and working with these people again one-on-one?
I mean,
Something about ponchos.
we have incredible, not only our returning
Okay.
cast, but we have a bunch of new characters as well. We have an actor named Noshir Dalal, who is incredible. He's a new friend and ally for Cal named Boda Kuna. And we have an actor named Cody Fern, who's incredible as well, and a bunch of people who we can't say now, but we were on the performance capture stage for the last 2 years working on it, and I can say that there was a lot of really incredible performances that were given and some very special moments, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Yeah, the size of the NPC cast, it just trounces how many NPCs that we had in the last game. So the story is unquestionably bigger. And one thing I want to mention as well, too, that trailer that we just saw, everything's real. There's nothing in there that's pre-rendered cutscene. It's all on the fly, real hands-on-sticks gameplay. So it's something that we're very proud of. And that's been the way that we've done all of our trailers. So just expect that kind of pedigree with this team.
Ooh. You were all wondering, I was thinking it too. That means that speeder sequence was real. That looks intense.
Hey.
Here we go. This is it. We mentioned it. The people are waiting. They want to know. Customizable elements to Cal. What are we doing? Bring it on.
So like I said before, this became...
Hey. I'm not gonna lie. I've heard a rumor that towards I'm not sure what part of the game, but they say in one part of the game that Kyle eventually learns to use the dark side of the Force, but he uses it for good. You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like Kyle should be the second person to wield a purple lightsaber, just like Mace Windu. So, hey, that's just my opinion. That's what I heard. We'll find out if that's true or not when I start playing Survivor.
I'm waiting.
So
So if it's possible, and we get a purple kyber crystal to where I could change his lightsaber to purple, that's what I'm gonna do on the live. I'm gonna do it right then and there.
So, like I mentioned before, this became, we made things like ponchos on the last game.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and we got, there were some people out there that weren't happy with them.
No.
And
They screw those
we
people.
decided that we wanted to, we thought we
Ponchos are
really
the most
nailed
stylish
the way that
thing.
we did the customizable parts for the lightsabers. So we wanted to give the lightsaber treatment to all of Cal and BD. So they're real high value parts that you can swap and switch to your heart's content. I don't even know how many permutations or combinations that you could do. But it was something that we put a huge amount of effort into on this game, and I hope people appreciate it.
I can tell you, just in the demo that I played, if you don't mind me saying, just in the demo that I played, I had picked up a few different outfits for Cal, and they all looked incredibly different. I had like the classic Star Wars bomber jacket. I had something that kind of looked almost like Clone Wars era armor with like a cape. There was so many different things. So many things.
A
So
cape
many.
is almost like a rear poncho.
Yeah, think of it as the mullet of ponchos.
Okay, you're selling me a little bit.
Which, by the way,
Okay, yeah.
the mullet is also very good.
You want to talk about the mullet?
The mullet is, it's a Jedi in the front, the party in the back.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's, maybe that will be the canon look. I'm not sure, but I think I like classic Cal.
I think canon look is probably the mullet and the handlebar mustache. I think that's probably, but I love how much customization has been put into this, and even with something like the sabers, you can do more with the sabers now, which I really loved. I was telling Cam that I made the most like custom chromed out like candy apple paint job saber that I've ever seen.
Yeah, there's some things that you can do in there that honestly make me cringe. But we want to make sure that, like, there's people out there that want to do cringy things, and that's fine. We want to be able to give everybody that opportunity if that's how they want to play.
That's how I'm going to be playing it for sure.
Yeah. How did Fields to see what it would be like if you could grow a full beard? Was that amazing for you?
Well, in the first game, Cal had the most luxurious hair out of pretty much any character I've ever seen.
He did.
Ever.
We talked a lot about his hair.
And so, I feel like the natural progression was to have one of the most amazing beards that you could ever find. And there are some serious beards.
There really are.
I think everyone here should be envious of the glorious beard of Cal.
I was envious. I was like, wow.
And in a way, a beard is kind of like a poncho for the face.
It's a face poncho. Beard comes from the Latin for face poncho, I think.
God, Kim, you and Poncho.
This looks amazing. I want to thank you all for coming out and sharing this with us. I mean, before you go, is there anything that you'd like to say to the fans, to everybody here at Star Wars Celebration? We've got some Cals and some Marins up front here.
And not a single poncho on any of them. There's a poncho!
Poncho!
There's a poncho!
Poncho!
Yeah! Thank you. Honestly, all I can say is we're very proud of this. I know that everyone who's working on something for a long time is proud of it, but we're especially proud of this thing. It's been an amazing few years, and we can't wait for people to see it. And the one thing I also want to say to people is, please don't spoil it. Please, it's the...
Hey, I know what he's saying. Please do not spoil it, all right? I don't want to know anything that happens in the game, all right? That's what I tried telling the person who had told me about the whole, him using the dark side of the Force. And I said, hey, I don't want to hear any of that. I don't want anything to be spoiled in that game. Nothing. I want to go into this thing blind as a bat. Not too blind, because I want to know how to play the game, but I don't want to know what happens in the game, all right?
The ending to this game is so cool. It's my favorite thing that we've gotten to do so far. It's so
All right, Cam, I'm gonna take your word for it. You hyping up the end of this game. It better be cool, all right? It's probably a banger. I'm not gonna lie. Everything I've seen Monaghan in is an absolute banger. Shameless, Gotham, The Giver, all that shit, all that good stuff. Click. That was a that was a great movie.
freaking cool. So whatever you do, don't give it away and enjoy it.
Please don't give it away.
And, you know, maybe try to find a poncho?
Give, give my man his poncho, please. He deserves it.
I just want to thank all of you. I mean, this is overwhelming, all the support. And
Got your back, brother.
we do it for all of you. And that's
Hey, the best advice I can give to any sort of creator who creates content is know your audience, all right? Know your audience. Don't try to please anyone, but know your audience.
That's the truth. We do it for all of you. And, you know, there's nothing more special than putting a smile on somebody's face. And this game does that. This series does that. And last but not least, big shout out to the Jedi team at Respawn. And those of you who made it here and all of you back home.
Because, you know, Disney, they want to please a certain type of audience. They want to please like the LGBTQ, the whole Me Too movement. Look, there's nothing wrong with having diverse characters, all right? Like in these games, they have a diverse cast. They just don't have a diverse main lead. He's just white and a redhead. There's no problem with that. You still don't go ahead and, like I said in the other video, you don't be racist towards them just because they're white. Like, imagine if it was the like reversed and it was a black main lead. Would you imagine the protests, the extreme backlash that would cause? Don't do that. I don't care what color you are. Don't hate on anyone. You know, that's why I just wish the world would go colorblind. I really wish. Because I really do wish. But that's what Disney tries to do. They try to please a certain audience in order to be, you know, in what they say, get in the 21st century or whatever century this is. I don't keep track of that anymore. Anyway, no, you don't do that. Know your audience. The audience you want to get is the fans. Like what they did with the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. They knew exactly what they were doing with every single thing. And that's why critics hate it. Because it doesn't match their so-called agendas. It's not pro this, pro that, pro LGBTQ, pro Black Lives Matter, any of that. No, it's not political at all. It's for the fans, made for the fans, and nothing else. Know your audience. Your audience is the fan base, all right?
In LA and other parts of the world, and our partners at
The best
Lucasfilm, and
advice I
our
can
you know, it's
Know your audience.
the support that we get internally and from all you
Take notes from the
is
Five Nights at
incredible,
Freddy's.
and we really appreciate it.
We couldn't do it without you.
And
Thank you.
take advice from
Well, it is something really special, and y'all should be proud of it. I cannot
Take
wait
notes
for people to
from
see it.
Jedi
Star Wars Jedi Survivor is out on
Survivor,
PlayStation
Five
5,
Nights at
Xbox
Freddy's.
Series X and S,
Because
and PC.
the creators with the Five Nights at Freddy's movies and the creators with these two games, they knew who their audience was. The fan base, the fans. Like I say, know your audience.
On April 28th. Thank you all so much for stopping by today. We really appreciate it. Give it
Well,
up for
that's good
Stig
topic,
Emerson
man.
and
Well,
Cameron
let's get
Monaghan.
out of here.
More to come live from Star Wars Celebration. Don't go anywhere.
Alright, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Me and Bullet are gonna go take a shower. Nothing weird like that. You need a shower because, yeah, you stink. You stink. So, Bullet's gonna get a shower, then I'm gonna go hop in the shower after I bathe him. Uh, we will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And guys, go please give these creators the support they so very much deserve. Go buy Jedi Fallen Order if you don't have it. Go buy Jedi Survivor you don't have it. Play it. Highly recommend it. And until next time, may the Force be with you.